All right. Good evening, guys. Today we're going to continue our exercise on space weather. Okay. Our exercise on space weather. We already covered this topic last Friday. So today we're going to complete this topic. Okay. So maybe the text information in the textbook is limited, so you can study more through your exercise here. All right. Next one. State the meaning of Earth's magnetosphere. All right. And need to explain the shape of the Earth's magnetosphere and what are the effects. Okay. So definition of magnetosphere. Normally in your exam lah, if they want to ask in the exam. Okay, 1 minute. All right. So normally they want to ask the Earth magnetosphere definition. They normally ask how the magnetosphere is formed. But you need to take care. The meaning of magnetosphere also important, equally important. Okay. So we see here how they define according to textbook. Because I see different reference book give different definition, but we follow the textbook definition. Earth magnetosphere is defined as a region in outer space surrounding the earth where the magnetic field in the earth where the magnetic field in the earth magnetosphere is a combination of earth magnetic field and the magnetic field in the region outer space. That's quite what do you call uh, very long to very long to hafal. Okay, never mind, we try to write it in word. Okay, bye. How to write it properly? Okay, let's see. Okay, first thing you just tell what is actually magnetosphere is a sejenis kawasan, a region. Okay, a region where a region in outer space doing what, surrounding the earth. Okay, so that's how you file the first key points. Okay, a region in outer space surrounding earth where you need to tell where the magnetic field of the earth is actually combination of earth's magnetic field and the magnetic field from the outer space, combination of them. If they ask how the magnetosphere form, then only use the word interaction between earth magnetic field and solar wind magnetic field. If they asking formation, just definition, just answer exactly like the textbook tell you. Okay, where the magnetic field mm, magnetic field in earth's magnetosphere magnetosphere is actually is is the combination of earth's magnetic field and magnetic field of outer space region. Okay, a region in outer space surrounding the earth. That's basically magnetosphere. But what kind of a region is that? It's actually the magnetic field in the earth's magnetosphere சொல்லுவாங்க, which is the combination of earth magnetic field and magnetic field of outer space region.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. The second one, I couldn't find the information in the textbook. Okay, so I did the reference of the answer lah. So this one very hard to find. So we share the answer lah. Okay. அது வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும் அதோட ஷேப்னு கேட்குறாங்க பிகாஸ் I can explain the shape but how to how the examiner expect the answer we don't know, right? So I just make a cross reference with the answer section, and the answer sounds like this. The shape of the Earth's magnetosphere is like a teardrop, it seems. A teardrop with long tail extending away from the sun. This is how they describe the shape. Like a teardrop with long tail extending away from the sun. Okay, let us check whether it's true or not. Okay, faster copy this. We see the diagram of magnetosphere one more time.
Done, sir.
All right. So we can see the magnetosphere is, uh, yeah, it's like, okay, here's the sun. இதுதான் the teardrop. Titisan air mata lah. A teardrop that extending away from the sun. Okay lah, can be tell. But we can see the half of the teardrops only lah. Okay, fulla காட்டல. I think got diagram. Uh, Maybe I see in other textbook. What? Okay. Yeah. So we can agree with the answer. Okay, next question. The presence of magnetosphere affect the environment and the life of human and animal on the earth. Describe how Earth's magnetosphere affect the following. Okay, compass function. Okay, so we need to tell. Compass வந்து function ஆகிறதுக்கு காரணமே magnetosphere தான் because we have our magnetic field. Okay, so எப்படி நம்ம சொல்லலாம்னா compass function. Okay, uh, okay. The compass, the எப்படி சொல்லலாம்? Okay, the needle of the compass always show the north-south direction because it aligns, dia mengikut, it aligns the Earth's magnetic field direction. Okay, once the north-south direction is determined, determine the other directions can be determined as well. So can be determined as well. Okay, it's like நம்ம சொல்லியிருக்கல நேவிகேஷனுக்கு ரொம்ப முக்கியம். So It's all possible because of Magnetosphere. Magnetosphere வந்து own north south இருக்கு. அதை தான் வந்து நம்மளோட needle of the compass will follow. Okay, once we follow the north south direction, then the other direction all can be determined. This will that's how the navigation system develop. Navigation என்ன GPS தான் navigation சொல்றோம். Okay, GPS னா என்னன்னு புரிஞ்சுக்கிங்க. GPS is what? Global Position System. It's under navigation. நீங்கள் செக் பண்ணி பாருங்களேன், மேப் நேவிகேட்டர் அப்படி இப்படின்னு என்னென்னமோ இருக்கும் ஆப்ஸ்லாம். நேவிகேட்டர் இஸ் லைக் tunjuk jalan lah, tunjuk arah. Okay, but this one they didn't ask you the function of the magnetosphere. They asked the effect of magnetosphere. Effect of magnetosphere-னால தான் வந்து compass function ஆகுது, formation or aurora. And another function that you can that I studied, I do some reference. Another effect நம்ம கிட்ட வந்து சில kita ada setengah haiwan kan, we have a certain animal that migrate according to season, right? So an animal can migrate from one place to another place with this effect of magnetosphere, because they can sense the magnetic change, and they will migrate from one place to another place according to the effect of the magnetosphere. ஓகே, இப்போ லெட்ஸ் சே அவங்களுக்கு தெரியும் கரெக்டாக இந்த மாதம் வந்துச்சுன்னா ஓகே இந்த புரோங் வந்து இந்த இடத்துலேருந்து இந்த இடத்துக்கு போவோம் அப்படின்ட்டு எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும். அப்போ எப்படி அதுக்கு தெரியுது? அது வந்து டியூ டு த மேக்னோட்டோஸ்பியர் ரேடியேஷனில் இஃபெக்ட், மேக்னோட்டோஸ்பியரோட இஃபெக்ட். மைக்ரேஷன் ஆஃப் அனிமல்ஸ் is possible due to magnetosphere. Another point they put in the some of the reference book, magnetosphere of Earth. Okay, now அதுக்கு முன்னாடி அரோரா வந்து ஃபார்ம் பண்றதும் இட்ஸ் எஃபெக்ட் ஆஃப் எர்த்ஸ் மேக்னோட்டோஸ்பியர் தான். ஓகே, அது ஏன்னா வந்து எர்த் மேக்னோட்டோஸ்பியர் வில் பிளாக் tapis lah, kita cakap tapis all the unwanted materials. Even though it enter, some of them enter, they will react with the atoms and molecule in the atmosphere. Okay, we already well versed with what is aurora. Okay, let me recall for you. It is from two phenomena, right? One is coronal mass ejection, another one is solar flare. Can you see? From solar flare, we have charged particles. From coronal mass ejection, we have magnetic gas particle. Charged particles and magnetic gas particle will do what? See here. This section. See here. Let me highlight for you. Charged particle often collide with atom and molecules in the Earth atmosphere to produce a stunning light display in the sky, known as aurora. And also here, like the charged particles in solar flare, the magnetic gas particle also react with atom and molecule in the Earth atmosphere to produce aurora. Okay, so நம்ம கரெக்டாக சொல்லணும். Charged particle from the solar flare and charged particle from the solar flare and magnetic gas particle from the coronal mass ejection will react with atoms and molecules in the Earth atmosphere to produce a stunning light, whatever light lah, in the sky. Okay, that is what we call aurora. Okay, so let's rephrase it in our own sentence. We combine both points. All right. So charged gas particles from solar flare and one more is what? Magnetic gas particle from coronal mass ejection will react with atoms and molecules of Earth's atmosphere எதுக்கு to produce beautiful or stunning, any adjective do lah, beautiful or stunning lights on the sky. Don't forget to add your third point. Migration of animal is possible due to magnetosphere of Earth.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay, thank you. Okay, now we go to question number 6, guys. Label the above diagram with the given word. We have corona, photosphere, and chromosphere. Okay, so yang paling luar, okay, the flare part, we call it as a corona. And then we have a chromosphere. And then we have the surface of the sun, we call photosphere. Okay, remember the big one, what we call as a sunspot, and the titik-titik like bijirin one, that one we call granule. We can label a lot of things from here. And this is what we call prominence. Okay, if let's say this one like a shoot out, and let's say this is shoot out, this is what we call solar flare. Kalau dia solar flare ni dia terbang, dia dah jadi macam solar wind. Itu je. Okay, we can see everything from one single diagram. Actually, this diagram is very good. We can see the granule, we can see the sunspot, we can see the prominence here. Kalau gas ini terpancut keluar due to strong or sudden explosion, we call it solar flare. This solar flare, if brought by some wind or just இல்லை wind இருக்காது நம்மளோட ஸ்பேஸில், அதாவது இந்த solar flare வந்து it is an explosion, right? When explode, it travels certain distance and reach the earth. Then we call solar wind ready. Okay, solar wind is actually from solar flare. Okay, can be assumed in that way. Okay, because in deep level we also never studied about astronomical things all lah. So I'd be have not really have a good knowledge of astronomical things. Okay, But I'm well versed with physics knowledge, chemistry knowledge, biology knowledge is okay. But astronomical is kind not so good. So I just made as much a reference as I can. Okay, question B. Fill in the blanks to complete the statement below. All right. The energy from the core. What energy? That is the nuclear energy lah. ஏன்னா கால் என்ன நடக்கும் nuclear fusion saya already beritahu banyak kali ya. The energy from the core is carried by the light particles through okay. So core இந்த மத எங்க கொண்டு போவோம் radiation zone. Radiation zone then through convection zone yang paling keluar. Convection zone before reaching the photosphere. Okay. Next. Write phenomena on the surface of the sun based on the description below. All right. Let's see. The movement of high-powered particles. High-powered particle, but high-powered what? I think they they translate wrongly. Okay, the movement of energetic particles. Energetic particles. Energetic particles na the photon, alpha, இதெல்லாம் இருக்கும் பாருங்க. இதுதான் energetic particles. High-powered particles pula. Okay, ini energetic particlesலாம் எங்க இருக்கும்? Solar wind இருக்கும். Okay, solar wind. In case you don't know, please refer the solar wind again. Okay, நீங்க பார்த்துக்கணும் எங்க எது இருக்குன்ட்டு. Don't get confused. Okay, see. Particles in plasma. This is what we call energetic particles. Something like electron, proton. Proton வேற, proton வேற. Alpha particles that erupt from the sun. Okay. To the outer space, travel to get high speed known as a solar wind. Okay. They have their own magnetic field along it. Okay, remember this. So next one. A bloop of hydrogen that cause strong explosion. Okay. I don't know whether it's called hydrogen cloud or not. But whenever they have a strong and sudden explosion, எக்ஸ்ப்ளோஷன்னாலே வந்து சன்ல எக்ஸ்ப்ளோஷன் நடக்கிறதுனாலே வந்து the word explosion definitely coined with the term solar flare. Solar flare தான் அதில் எந்த மாற்றமும் இல்லை. எக்ஸ்ப்ளோஷன் ரெண்டு வார்த்தை இருக்கும் பாருங்க காய். ஒன்று எக்ஸ்ப்ளோஷன் பாய்ப்பாங்க, இல்லாட்டி இரப்ஷன் பாய்ப்பாங்க. ரெண்டும் லெபிகுறாங்க ஒன்று தான். Sudden and strong. Sudden and strong explosion or eruption, they are referring to solar flare. Okay. And then a large feature of the gas extend out of the sun surface. There. Extend out of the sun surface. Sun surface லேந்து இப்படி திருப்பி இப்படியே வந்துருது. அதாவது a loop, forming a loop lah. It's actually prominence. You need to understand the sentence properly. Then only you can understand this thing all. Okay. Prominence. Okay. Extend out of the sun surface. You also can put solar flare, but solar flare must have the word explosion or eruption. So that's why I didn't put solar flare at number 3. Okay. Next one. Question 7. You need to tell true or false. Okay. Regarding our what you call magnetosphere. Okay. Let us see here. Earth magnetosphere layer is a layer around the earth that has a magnetic belt. அதாவது yang mempunyai medan magnet. Okay, betul lah. Earth magnetosphere na ஒரு விதமான lapisan சொல்லிருக்காங்க. Actually kawasan, a region around the earth. A region can be interchanged the word with layer. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, that has its own magnetic field. Yes, this is true. Okay. Second one. Earth magnetosphere is a layer around the Earth that has high density of atmospheric air. This one we never studied about anything about they mentioning about high density of atmospheric air all. So hence this is not true. If it is true, then we should have came across with this fact. Okay, the Earth magnetosphere is a layer around the Earth that has high density of atmospheric air. No, it actually not related about the atmospheric really well. Okay, it's about the Earth magnetic field, not the atmospheric thing. Okay, third one, the Earth magnetosphere protect the Earth from extreme weather. No, it is not protect from extreme weather. Earth magnetosphere layer protect the Earth from sun radiation. Yes, that is correct. Sun or the radiation, the charged particles, all this அதுலேருந்து protect பண்றது தான் magnetosphere ஓட வேலை. Yes, correct. Next. Next, if you see the last two, they are the same. But எது கரெக்ட்னு பார்க்கணும். The particle in the solar wind that distorted by the Earth magnetosphere layer form an aurora. அது கரெக்ட். அது வரைக்கும் எல்லாம் ரெண்டுமே அது வரைக்கும் போட்டிருக்காங்க. ஆனால் in the poles, actually the langit kutub, in the sky poles போட்டிருக்கணும். In the sky poles, this one north and south pole போட்டிருக்காங்க. Okay. So இங்க தான் misconception வருது. Actually north and south poleல வராது. North and south hemisphere ஓட skyல ஏற்படும். Dia tak jatuh ke bumi. Dia aurora ni berlaku di atas langit, bukan di kutub utara atau kutub selatan. Jangan silap baca. Okay? Baik. You might have a misconception about it. Okay, refer back our aurora effect here. Okay. During a solar flare, the sun produces cosmic ray. Cosmic ray are energetic protons and electrons. When these particles enter the Earth atmosphere, they collide with the gas molecule in the atmosphere. The collision from the aurorae that appear glowing colored light in the sky. Okay, nampak? In the sky. Okay, not at the South Pole or North Pole. Okay, see here I mentioned the Northern Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere, not North Pole or South Pole. Example, Aurora Borealis, the Northern Light, occur in the sky of the Northern Hemisphere, not in the North Pole. Jangan silap tafsir. And Aurora Australis in the Southern Hemisphere. Okay? Nampak? Ada perbezaan, So, in the sky poles is still okay. Not at the North or South Pole. Skyல தான் ஏற்படும். Okay? Next question, Perla. I already tell you very clearly. Aurora can be observed on the sky, not on the North Pole or South Pole. Okay, the one we can observe from the hemisphere is a Borealis, and the southern side is Australis. Okay. Next. The following statement is about the structure of the sun layer. Write the layer of the structure of the sun according to the statement. Okay. The layer of dense orange gas, okay, with the temperature okay, அதெல்லாம் வந்து நான் அவ்வளோ அஃபால் பண்ண மாட்டேன். But okay, we see the key point here. What is the key point here? Can be seen from the earth every day. That means நார்மலாவே நம்மளால பார்க்கலாம் earth மூலமா. That is photosphere lah guys. Okay, that is photosphere. Can be seen from the earth every day. That means it is a photosphere. Next. The fusion of nuclear process. Fusion of nuclear. Remember I tell you. Nuclear fusion lah. Yang tu dia ubah sikit lah. Dia cakap fusion of nuclear. That release heat energy and light energy. This one happening in the core. Core. Teras. Paling dalam. Okay. From there it produces the heat energy and light energy. But how it will do? It combine two type of hydrogen to form a helium gas. Once this hydrogen gas all completely used up, then the sun will die. Yes, all the stars will die. What you already learned in your form 2, right? Stars do have death. So when the sun deaths, then it's the end of the world, guess. Okay, unless unless maybe we can have hope for the China's fake sun. I don't know. China is developing the fake sun. You all know, right? If in case you don't know, you can read on it. Okay, next. The most outer layer with low density gas and the temperature too. Okay, most outer layer. Most outer layer is the corona lah. Most outer layer is the corona. And then மிச்சம் இருக்கிறது என்ன இருக்கு? Photosphere, corona, core and chromosphere lah. Then I can guess. And I cross check the answer is correct. Okay. Next. Next is matching the phenomena according to the description. Okay. ஒரு புக்கும் ஒரு டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக எழுதியிருப்பாங்க. ஸோ நம்ம வந்து கரெக்டாக அதை பிடிச்சிக்கணும். Kita ada granule, kita ada vacuole. Okay, in textbook we call it as a solar cycle. Solar cycle. Okay. So the cycle of change, cycle we know lah. The cycle of change of magnetic field that exists on the surface of the sun and causing sunspot. Causing sunspot is solar cycle. Yes. Due to solar cycle, the magnetic field of the sun will keep on changing. Okay. Electron, proton and alpha particles with high energy that spit out at very high speed. Definitely solar wind. Definitely solar wind. And the third one, the lump of gas by the large different temperature between the core layer and the atmosphere. Yeah, that is called what we call as a granule. அதாவது கிரானியூல் வந்து அந்த இடம் கருப்பா இருக்கும்ல, அது ஏன் கருப்பா இருக்கு நம்ம ஏற்கனவே படிச்சிருக்கோம். அந்த granule is the one related with the sunspot. Sunspot and granule are look darker because what? They are having the low temperature compared to its surrounding. So அதுதான் அவங்க சொல்றாங்க, lump of gas caused by the large different temperature. Okay. Of course, we won't ask to explain the thing. In the exam, maybe it's just a matching question or fill up thing, not writing everything. So, no worries. Okay, next question. Explain the process that occur at the sun. Core of the sun. Oh, core. I just told you, core of the sun என்ன நடக்கும்? Nuclear fusion நடக்கும். Okay? Nuclear fusion taking place. Okay? Where என்ன சொல்லலாம், என்ன உங்களுக்கு சொல்லி கொடுத்தேன், where the hydrogen atoms are used to produce helium atoms. This reaction enables the sun to produce its own heat energy and light energy. Okay. Nuclear fission taking place where the hydrogen atom are used to produce helium atoms. This reaction enables the sun to produce its own heat energy and light energy.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. Next question. State two effect of the Earth and its inhabitants if the reaction or that occur of the core of the sun suddenly stop. Okay, that means அவங்க என்ன கேட்குறாங்கன்னா when the sun வந்து nuclear fusion செய்யறனால தான் we get the heat energy and light energy. Okay, let's say the sun stop doing this nuclear fusion. That means no heat energy, no light energy. Okay, so what will happen? So definitely நம்மளோட temperature, first the temperature of the earth decreases drastically. Okay, and another one is the இப்போ சன்லைட் இருக்கிறனால தான் ஒரு ஃபுட் செயினே ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகுது, ரைட்? இப்போ சன்லைட் இல்லைன்னா ஃபுட் செயின் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகாது, ஆல் திங்ஸ், எவ்ரி திங் எக்ஸ்டிங்க். ஓகே, ஸோ I can tell extinction of flora and fauna because there is no this one I explain how you know the effects. இது வந்து இப்போ வந்து காரில் வந்து அந்த ப்ராசஸ் நடக்கலைன்னா ஹீட் இல்லைன்னா என்ன ஆகும்? டெம்பரேச்சர் ஆஃப் த எர்த் டிக்ரீசஸ் ட்ராஸ்டிக்கலி. லைட் இல்லைன்னா என்ன ஆகும்? அந்த மாதிரி ரெண்டாக பிரிச்சுக்கிட்டேன் நான். ஓகே, extinction of flora and fauna because there is no light energy for photosynthesis take place. Okay, so என்ன ஆகும்? So the food chain and ecosystem is badly affected lah. Okay, so plants can நம்ம எப்படி செஞ்சிரும்? Plants cannot make their own food while animals while food chain are badly affected with the absence of producer. இப்படி சொல்லிடலாம். So plants cannot make their own food while the food chain are badly affected with the absence of producer. Done? Sir?
Done, sir.
Done. Okay, thank you. Next, explain how the Earth Magnetosphere is formed. Okay, this one very simple. So, Earth or the Magnetosphere எப்படி form ஆகுதுன்னா interaction between what and what? Interaction between magnetic field of Earth and magnetic field brought by solar wind. Simple. Interaction between magnetic field of earth and magnetic field brought by solar wind. So இதோட combination தான் Magnetosphere. And then predict the effect might occur if there is no Magnetosphere. Okay. No Magnetosphere வந்து என்ன ஆகும்னா okay, first நம்ம மத படிச்ச மாதிரி பார்க்கலாம். Compass needle will not function. And then aurora can't be observed, cannot be observed. And one more, migration of animals cannot take place. And Magnetosphere importance நம்ம பார்த்தோம்னா இட்ஸ் a biological shield நம்ம படிச்சோம், right? So இப்போ அந்த Magnetosphere இல்லைன்னா all the living things is exposed to the radiation of the sun, right? That will cause a cell mutation in all living things lah. Okay, causing cell mutation in living things as they are exposed, என்ன சொல்லலாம், they are exposed to the ionizing radiation of the sun. கொஞ்சம் அழகா அப்படியே சாப்டர் 8ல கொஞ்சம் திருடிடுவோம். Okay, exposed to the ionizing radiation of the sun. Kamu jangan pergi cakap telecommunication tu semua. The one is more towards what we call a geomagnetic storm. That is not related with magnetosphere. Okay, magnetosphere you just put these points enough. Itu reboot geomagnetic, itu lain, nanti saya cakap. Compass needle, not need. God. Compass needle will not function. Aurora can't be observed. Migration of animal cannot take place, causing cell mutation in living things as they are exposed to the ionizing radiation of the sun. Yeah. So I give you a few actually. எழுதிக்கிங்க சீக்கிரம்.
Done, sir.
Okay. Question 9 பார்க்கலாம் guys. Thank you. Question 9. State the phenomena that occur on the surface of the sun based on the following description. Strong explosion. Familiar? Told you, right? Explosion, eruption, strong and sudden eruption, இந்த மாதிரி termsலாம் இருந்துச்சுன்னா it's none other than solar flare. Okay, strong explosion of gases that happen suddenly and release charged particles into space. Yes. Dark spot, like pimples, acne, Okay, in the sun pimples வரும், அதுக்கு வந்து நம்ம sunspot சொல்லுவோம். Okay, dark spot found on the sun. Next, stream of charged particle, actually energetic particle. Okay, charge particle na திருப்பி solar flare தான் வரும். Okay, ஆனா we understand lah, the charge particle energetic particle is the same actually. In other words, stream of energetic particle from the atmosphere of the sun we call solar wind. The ejection of magnetic gas particle, it is a coronal mass ejection. Coronal mass ejection. Okay, go to question 10. Question 10. Sun is the star that is found in the center of the solar system. Now dia biodata sun pula. Okay, kita tengok. Why does the sun look bigger compared to the other star? Because sun is nearer to the earth. Simple. Okay, because the sun is nearer to the earth. Second question. Why is corona of the sun not visible from the surface of the earth on a normal day? Because the photosphere light is too bright. What? Okay, that's why we cannot see the corona and the chromosphere section. But during the eclipse time, we can see them. Okay, so the bright light from the photosphere layer prevent us from seeing the corona layer of the sun. That is the reason. Photosphere. Okay, next. Question C. Sunspot look darker and are seen moving across the surface of the sun. Okay, they moving, it's like okay, we see and the sunspot வந்து move பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கா. Okay, do you agree with the statement above? Justify your opinion. Okay, answer given. Yes, I agree. Yes, we also agree that sunspot look darker because sunspot look darker because of the lower temperature. This one we know. Compared to surrounding. They seem to be moving across the surface of the sun because the sun rotates on its axis. Macam bumi kita ada paksi kita sendiri kan, sun pun kita ada paksi dia sendiri. It rotates. Alright, next. Question D. Can organisms survive without the sun? Okay, cannot lah. Living things will not exist without the sun because the sun is the main source of energy. Okay, I will tell like that. Source of energy for all living things. Without the sun, green plants cannot make their own food through photosynthesis. Animal will lose their source of food. This will disrupt the food chain. I want to tell Dave this will disrupt the food chain. What of the food chain? Okay, maybe this will disrupt the food chain in an ecosystem. Okay, this will disrupt the balance. Maybe I put the word balance here. Will correct. Okay, this will disrupt the balance here. Okay, mengganggu keseimbangan siratan makanan. Betul lah. Okay, this will disrupt the balance of the food chain in an ecosystem. Okay, so that's how we explain things. Next, question 11. Space weather. Space weather is defined phenomena that occur on the surface of the sun and also the phenomena that occur in the outer space, like the geomagnetic storm. Okay. State two example phenomena that occur at the surface of the sun. Surface of the sun, kita ada sunspot, kita ada prominence, solar flare. Okay. You want to put coronal mass ejection also can. Okay, next. Why do we need to learn about the space weather? Okay. So they give you the own answer. We didn't need to we need to guess the answer lah. It helps us to predict when the what will occur. So mass கொடுத்திருந்தாலே இது நம்மளுக்கே தெரிஞ்சிடும். It will predict us, help us to predict the coronal mass ejection will occur and also help us to determine the cause of sunspot or solar flare. Okay. Next question. Don't just write down the answer. You must நான் இப்போ ஆன்சர் போட்ட கேட்டு எங்கள் ஆன்சர் அப்படியே போட்டிருக்கிறோம். நீங்கள் படிச்சுக்கிட்டே வந்துட்டு அப்புறம் தான் ஆன்சர் போடணும். Then only that information will be stored in your brain. If you just coronal teacher போட்டிருக்காங்க நம்ம எடுத்து coronal அப்படி போட்டானா you won't remember anything for the second time if I ask you the same thing. Okay, because you never save it properly in our brain and mind. Okay, go with the sentence. Don't just see my answer, just chip in. Okay, now magnetosphere protect us from the bad effect caused by the solar flare. Discuss how true the statement is. Yes, it is true because solar flare produce charged particles and dangerous radiation to organism. Excessive charge particle will cause disturbance to this one navigation system. So this one must be telecommunication. Okay, I repeat again. Excessive charge particle will cause disturbance to telecommunication and also navigation system. The magnetosphere protect the earth from charged particle and the dangerous radiation. So that is the use of magnetosphere. Solar flare produce charged particles and dangerous radiation to the organism. Excessive charged particle will cause disturbance to the telecommunication and to the navigation system. You also can add the point radiation. The dangerous radiation, on the other hand, will cause cell mutation in Earth's inhabitants. Thus, the magnetosphere protect the Earth from this charged particle and dangerous radiation. Okay, so இங்க வந்து ஒரு பாயிண்ட் என்னமோ மிஸ் ஆகுன மாதிரி இருக்கு. They explain about the charged particle, but they never explain about the dangerous radiation. So you just add one more point here. Okay, the dangerous radiation on the other hand will cause cell mutations among living things in Earth. So இது ரெண்டையும் தடுக்கிறது தான் magnetosphere. The magnetosphere protect the Earth from the charged particle and the dangerous radiation. தெரிஞ்சுக்கிங்க guys, இது ஒரு பாயிண்ட், மிஸ்ஸிங் பாயிண்ட்.
Done, sir.
Okay, now question 12. Interesting light display, namely aurora, can be seen in the airspace around the pole of the Earth. Okay, actually, airspace around the pole. Nampak? Not the pole, airspace. That means sky lah. Okay, can aurora be found in another planet? Okay, aurora மொதல் எதனால உருவாகுதுன்னு நம்ம பார்க்கணும். அரோரா வந்து நம்ம நம்ம பூமிக்குள்ளார வந்து அட்மாஸ்பியர் இருக்கு. அந்த அட்மாஸ்பியர்ல இருக்கிற எட்டம்ஸ் மாலிகுல்ஸ் கூட ரியாக்ட் பண்றதுனால இட் ஃபார்ம் அரோரா. So does bumi seorang saja kah? Bumi satu benda saja kah yang ada atmosfera? No. There are some other planet which do have its own atmosphere with different content of gas maybe. For us, oxygen is the main thing. For other planet, it must be different lah. So aurora can be observed in another planet if the planet have its own atmosphere. Okay, so my point is yes. Yes, it can be found in another planet. The planet எப்படி இருக்கணும்? The planet should have uh, its own atmosphere and magnetic field இருக்கணும். ஏன்னா நம்மளகிட்ட வந்து magnetosphere இருக்கு. The planet should have its own atmosphere and magnetic field to produce aurora. This is because the charged and magnetic particle charged and magnetic particle from the sun react with atoms and molecules in the atmosphere to produce aurora. 3 points. So although it's came up, we can think lah. Don't think planet bumi saja yang ada magnetic field. Like ஒரு magnetic field நீங்க பூந்த கையோட பயங்கரமா இருக்கும். Still under discovery lah. Okay, இப்போ நம்ம சொல்றோம். ஓகே, நான் இன்னொரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான ஃபேக்ட் சொல்றேன், நீங்க எழுதிக்கிட்டே கேளுங்க. இப்போ நம்ம சொல்றோம் நம்ம கிட்ட வந்து ஒரே ஒரு புலான் தான் இருக்குன்ட்டு, ரைட்? ஆனா நீங்க போனீங்கன்னா ஒரு ஒரு பிளானட் போனீங்கன்னா ஒரு பிளானட் பத்தி படிச்சீங்கன்னா போக முடியாது. ஐ மீன் நீங்க படிச்சீங்கன்னா ஐ கேம் அக்ராஸ் ஐ நாட் ரிமெம்பர் எக்ஸாக்ட்லி ஹவு மெனி மூன்ஸ், பட் அபவுட் 54 மூன்ஸ் இருக்கும் ஏதோ ஒரு பிளானட்ல. So நம்ம planet bumi saja ada satu bulan saja kan. Imagine அந்த இடத்துல வந்து 54 அந்த மாதிரி தான் நான் பார்த்த மாதிரி இருக்கு. That much of moon can form means you imagine the size of the planet, and is it possible them to have its own magnetic field or not? Okay, but what the rumors have, it's not to say rumors. Many people have this theory. There will be another planet like Earth, and இப்போ நம்ம எப்படி வந்து ஒரு அமெரிக்கா ஆஸ்திரேலியா அந்த மாதிரி போகிறது வந்து ஒரு ட்ராவல் மாதிரி இருக்கும். There will be in future, it is predicted that there will be a interplanet this one journey, okay, from Earth to the planet X, planet Y அந்த மாதிரி. There will be most probably ஒரே ஒரு பிளானட் தான் கண்டுபிடிப்பாங்கன்னு ஒரு ஒரு விஷயம்லாம் the NASA updated. I have read once, and you can see a lot of Hollywood movies making story regarding them. Okay, you can check out that information. பட் அதெல்லாம் நம்ம யோசிச்சு அதோட லாஜிக் புரியறதே ஒரு பெரிய விஷயமா இருக்கும் நம்மளுக்கு. ஓகே, that's the interesting part. ஓகே, சீக்கிரம் எழுதி முடிங்க.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. Next, the diagram below show the conversation between Mohan and his science teacher. Appa Mohan what? Okay. Teacher, will the sun burn out and die in future? I already explained to you, right? They will. Once their hydrogen is completely used up, then it's no longer nuclear fusion, no longer heat energy, no longer light energy. The sun will die. Okay. So first, what is the answer that will be given to your student? Yes, the sun will die in future. Okay. So this is because there will be a moment, there will be a time where all the hydrogen atoms are completely used up for nuclear fusion that taking place in the core of the sun. There will be no heat energy and light energy due to because nuclear fusion cannot take place. Okay, this question easy. Yes, the sun will die in future. This is because there will be a time. There will be a time where all the hydrogen atoms are completely used up for the nuclear fusion that taking place in the core of the sun. There will be no heat energy and light energy produced because nuclear fusion cannot take place anymore. Done.
Done, sir.
Okay. Next. Solar flare is one phenomena. Ayo, for mark. Okay. Solar flare is one of the phenomena that occur in the surface of the sun. Will solar flare disturb human life? Definitely. Okay. Justify your opinion. Okay. So first of all, will it disturb human life? Yes. Solar flare will disturb human life. We need to explain point by point. Okay, solar flare என்ன இருக்கு? So அதுதான் நம்ம சொல்லணும் முதல்ல. Solar flare and solar wind is the same thing, guys. Actually, okay. Solar flare produces contains lah contains uh, charged energetic particles, energetic particles, and harmful radiations. However, the presence of Magnetosphere will reduce greatly reduce the impact. Okay, will greatly reduce the impact, like causing cell mutation in living things. Instead, sebaliknya, okay, uh, solar flare still do effects temporarily on telecommunication system and navigation system. Okay, we still experience some little bit of a disturbance, not like a extreme point like a cell mutation thing. Maybe I tell solar flare will disturb human life for certain extent. For certain extent mean for ஒரு level வரைக்கும். Okay, for for one specific level it will disturb human life, like a telecommunication navigation system. So
Cancel.
All right. Next question, huh? Okay. All right. Magnetosphere, or the definition. Magnetosphere is a region or a strong gravitational force. Tak kena mengena. Region surrounding astronomical object. Okay. In our case, it's the Earth lah. Okay. In which charged particles that are affected by the magnetic field of the object. Yeah. Okay. How is magnetosphere is formed? Magnetosphere is formed from the interaction between uh, between the Earth's between the magnetic field of solar wind. I think a little bit longer. Magnetic field of solar wind and the Earth's magnetic field. Okay. The magnetosphere is formed from the interaction between the magnetic field of solar wind and the Earth's magnetic field. Next question. How does the magnetosphere protect the Earth? Explain briefly. Okay. Magnetosphere protect the Earth by preventing harmful radiation or particles from the sun, carried by the solar wind from okay, wait, let me check again. The magnetosphere protect the Earth by preventing harmful radiation from the sun carried by the solar wind from hitting the Earth. Okay, hitting the Earth. Charged particles cannot easily cross the line of a magnetic field. As a result, most of the particles in the incoming solar wind are deflected. அது அப்படியே டிஃப்ளெக்ட் பண்ணிடும். பூமிக்குள்ள இருந்துச்சுன்னா அது அப்படியே தள்ளி விட்டுரும். போ இப்படி போய்க்கோ அப்படின்ட்டு. Deflected. Deflected around the Earth by the Earth's magnetic field. Okay. Next. So we read again. How does the magnetosphere protect the Earth? The magnetosphere protect the Earth by preventing harmful radiation from the sun carried by the solar wind from hitting the Earth. Charged particle cannot easily cross the line of a magnetic field. As a result, most of the particles in the incoming solar wind are deflected around by the Earth. Deflected around the Earth by the Earth's magnetic field. Okay. Tick correct for the explain the importance of magnetosphere. Importance of magnetosphere prevent the charged particle from reaching the Earth. Yes. Prevent extinction of flora and fauna. No. That is not the main cause of it. Okay. Magnetosphere வந்து prevent the charge. Okay. And reduce the pressure exerted on the Earth atmosphere by the solar wind. Yes. Yang ni ada. Cuba check. Dia bagi 3 function dalam buku teks kamu. Okay. See here. As a biological shield, block the charged particle and reduce the pressure exerted by the solar wind on the Earth atmosphere. Okay. Got 3 functions here. So, the first and third correct. Prevent global warming is not correct. Tak ada kena mengena lah. Okay. Next. List down what will happen. 1 second. Let me answer a call. Hello? Hello? சொல்லுங்க சொல்லுங்க. அதான் அவங்க பிஸியா இருப்பேன்னாங்க. ஆ ஓகே ஓகே பிரச்சனை இல்லை. நான் ஆனால் ரிப்ளேஸ்மெண்ட் செய்வேன் ஆஃப்டர் தீபாவளி. த ஹோல் வீக் இருக்காது. சாட்டர்டே சண்டே வரைக்கும் இருக்காது. ஏன்னா காமேஷ் வருது. அப்போ கண்டிப்பா ஜுமாட் சப்துலாம் பிளான் போடுவாங்க. ஸோ ஆ ஆ ஆ ஓகே நோ ப்ராப்ளம். ஆனால் நான் அதெல்லாம் கந்தி பண்ணணும். நீங்கள் டைம் கொடுக்கணும். Alright. ஓகே கேன். ஓகே 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 என்ஜாய் பண்ணுங்க. ஓகே alright. ஓகே தேங்க்யூ சேம் டு யூ. alright. alright. Okay guys, இந்த கொஸ்டின் முடிச்சிடலாம். List down what will happen to our earth if Magnetosphere does not exist. Okay, so we already discussed this before. Compass will not show the correct direction, and then humans என்ன சொல்லலாம், humans health will be disturbed by the harmful rays from the sun. We call it as a cell mutation here. And what will be destroyed? By solar wind தெரியுது. Oh, I think satellite will be destroyed by the solar wind. That's why we need the magnetosphere. Okay, and also we can tell the other thing lah. Aurora couldn't be absorbed. Actually aurora is not nothing important for us, but சில இடத்துல வந்து அது ப்ராடக்ட் லஞ்சோங்கான பயன்படுத்துவாங்க. um, and another thing is migration of animal couldn't take place, அதெல்லாம் சொல்லலாம். Okay, another one, migration of animals, my migration of animals does not take place. Okay, so I stop here first. We will continue after I think this next week. Okay, I tell you ஸோ நம்மளோட மேத்ஸ் வந்து காமேஸ் நடக்காது. ஓகே, சில நாள் லீவ் வரும். We will collect all the holidays and we'll replace one by one lah. Okay, so I will be off. Okay, our class will be off. Wait, let me tell you the date. Tuesday I still can make the class. In case okay, let's see. Tanusha, Tuesday can you make it on the class for maths?
Can,
Or
sir.
can Okay. Samira?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that means Tuesday வந்து I'm still on, so என்னோட leave வந்து uh, 3rd November. That is from Rabu. Deepavali Eve lah. And until the whole Sunday. ஏன்னா நான் வச்சாலும் சண்டே வச்சாலும் சில பேர் வர முடியாது அந்த மாதிரி வரும். பட் டு பி ஃபேர் டு எவ்ரி ஒன் நானும் சில கிளாஸ் அட்டென்ட் பண்ணி சில கிளாஸ் அட்டென்ட் பண்ணுறது போல பெட்டர் ஐ டேக் ஹாலிடே ரைட். Okay, so until 7th guys, 7th of November, that is Sunday, is closed. Okay, 3rd until 7th is closed. That means 5 days holidays. Okay, 5 days of holiday for me lah. All right. Okay, so we will see again on Tuesday class. See you guys. Take care. Bye.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, can I get the recording for BM class, yesterday's one?
BM class. Yesterday class they didn't take place
Oh, okay, sir.
because most
Okay.
of you didn't come. Tanusha only one fellow can make the class. So I also was on shopping, so I didn't put the class. So we will replace it on another date.
Oh, okay, sir.
All right. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Okay,